What's going on, y'all? In this video, I'm basically going to give y'all a little rundown of all the parts that are needed for the Torqstorm centrifugal supercharger on the Challenger with the 6.4 HEMI. I mean, if you got a charger, that still works. So if you got if you got a Scat Pack, SRT8, anything from 2011 to present day, with the 392 HEMI, this video will work. All right, so first up, you're gonna go to tpsmotorsports.com. TPS Motorsports. So once you get to the website and you type in Torqstorm, you'll find the kit right here. And as you can see, is $2,900. One thing about Torqstorm is the pricing is very good, way cheaper than a Pro Charger kit. But there's a reason. There's a reason for that. The kit comes bare bones. When you get the kit, it's pretty much a DIY kit. Basically, all you get is this stuff right here. Everything else you're responsible for buying on your own. But if you do your calculations, I've done my calculations and added the math. You do save a good $2,000 or so versus going with a Pro Charger kit. But anyway, like I said, you see here the price is $2,900, but there is a catch to that. You're not gonna pay $2,900 and have the kit. There's options here, and of course, when you add on options, let me get this thing to focus. So, like I said, of course, when you add on options, it's gonna raise the price up. So I'm basically gonna show y'all everything that I got. All right, so they didn't at first. I was gonna get the satin kit. The satin is actually the polished finish, like this right here. That's the satin, and then they have a black powder coated finish, like this one right over here. So they actually only had, when I bought my kit, they only had one in stock that was left over. So I actually just ended up getting the black one. Of course, 6.4 HEMI. Year I have a 2014. Okay. I think this is just an error that's on the website. As long as you put down if you have a 392, of course, the 392 was first released in 2011. So if you have anything that's 2015 plus, just hit 2014 and you'll be good. The 09 and 2010, I believe that's for the 5.7. Car model Challenger, of course. The supercharger oil, this is basically, you can that's up to you of how much oil you want to buy. I just went ahead and just bought one bottle for now. I'm probably gonna buy some more later on. Torqstorm does say that the supercharger actually comes with oil in the head unit itself that's ready to go as soon as you fire it up. But they said you got to change the oil like once a year, or every, I forgot how many miles. It's like every 10,000 miles or once a year, whatever comes first or something like that. But anyway, like I said, how much oil you buy, that's up to you. For the free billet catch can, I didn't get that because I already have one. That's solely up to you. Like if you don't have a catch can, you can do that if you want to. I have my personal preference of the catch can that I like, so I didn't go with that anyway. Plus, it knocks off $50. So hey, if you want to save a little bit of money, just hit no. Fuel upgrades, no. I will actually show y'all what I did. So just hit no for that. ATI Damper, no. Reason for that is I found a better option. The 3-1 pulley, you want to hit yes. The 3-1 pulley is the smallest pulley that they offer. The smaller the pulley, the faster you'll spin the blower. The faster the blower spins, the more boost it creates. More boost equals more horsepower. So If you want to get the most power as possible out of your supercharger, go with the 3-1 pulley. Coolant tank, yes. And the reason being for the coolant tank is I will show you right here. The factory coolant tank is too big and you're unable to run this tube right here with the cooler, with the filter on the back. So what Torqstorm did is they created their own coolant tank that's kind of tucked off in the side, which still gives you clearance to run the filter with the tube. So it's good to just go ahead and buy that. That's what I did right there. You go ahead and buy your coolant tank. They say it's an extra $350. Universal intercooler kit. Yeah, I mean, you can do that if you want to. I hit no because I bought, like I said, I bought something in my opinion, which was better. So hit no for that. And your total price will come out to $3,600. Still, which is not bad for a supercharger kit. $3,600 is not bad for what they say. These kits make over 700 horsepower to the wheel, so that's not bad. All right, so here we go. Now, as you see right here, I did say that I did not buy an ATI Damper. Reason being for that, motormuscleextreme.com. They sell the ATI Damper on their website. Now, the ATI Damper that Torqstorm sells is a 6% overdrive. I actually purchased the 18% overdrive. So at first, I didn't know what all this meant. So I had to talk to my tuner. Basically, the overdrive option basically means is that this damper will actually spin your motor faster. The faster you spin your motor, the faster you can spin the supercharger, so you can make more boost. So I actually went with the highest option, was 18% overdriven. 18% overdriven. So with this right here, essentially you can make more horsepower just by going with an 18% overdrive. So price wise, there you go right there, $419.95. They have a dampener bolt. Pretty sure I'm gonna pick that up too. Usually when you take parts off like this, it's good to just replace the bolts. I mean, it's only $22. The double pin install kit, probably not gonna worry about that. I know Torqstorm, they provide you with a pin kit like this, so I wouldn't go with. I'm not gonna worry about that because, like I said, it should already come with the Torqstorm kit. Once everything gets to my house and I do the unboxing, I'll basically show y'all what all I have and what came with the kit or whatnot. But yeah, so like I said, go to motormuscleextreme.com and they have the 6.4 HEMI VVT ATI Super Damper. And like I said, you want to go with the 18% overdrive. All right, next up, you're going to need a Mopar 3-bar map sensor. I picked mine up from highhorseperformance.com or hhpracing.com or whatnot. There it is right there. But anyway, this is the equivalent to a Neon SRT4 map sensor. This is what you're going to need to be able to run force induction on a 6.4 HEMI. And real cheap, that's basically $40, real cheap. So go and pick you up one of these right here. I believe the only modification you're gonna have to do is shave off that little ridge right there. I mean, there's plenty of different methods and tools you can use to get that thing shaved off. I shouldn't have to make a video about that, but I probably will once I start my install. But yeah, that's the one thing to keep in mind. Once you shave that ridge off, this thing will go ahead and plug right in. But yeah, I said $40 for your map sensor. Fuel injectors. I went with Fuel Injector Clinic. 1,000cc injectors. This is just so I can make sure that my car has enough room for the blower. I don't want to have no issues of my car running out of fuel and leaning out towards the top end of the power band. So I've seen these injectors. I think they're good for about 850 wheel horsepower, give or take. So you got plenty of room with these. I actually got kind of lucky. Somebody on Facebook sold me a set of these injectors for like $300. So I went ahead and took advantage of that and saved me a couple $100. But as you can see, that's the price right there. Injectors tend to get expensive the higher you go up. $725 for 1,000cc injectors. That's decent. If you go with IDX, I think they're called IDX 1050s or something like that. They're about $1,000. So $725. That's about the best you're gonna get for some decent injectors. Like I said, I mean, you can go with some Hellcat injectors or something like that. I think they're like 650cc. But like I said, if you're trying to run 700 plus horsepower, your best bet is just to go with some 1,000cc's. But like I said, you see the price right there, $725. All right, next up, fuel pump. The factory 6.4 HEMI fuel pump is not gonna be able to support that supercharger. Like I said, you're gonna run out of fuel and you're gonna lean out. That's the whole purpose of getting the fuel injectors. And one thing to mention about these fuel injectors, they are E85 compatible. So you can run E85 with these injectors. I believe you can run race fuel as well. This is the Arrington Performance Competition single pump fuel system from ArringtonPerformance.com. I didn't see much info about this pump, so I asked my tuner, and he said this kit will work. This kit will actually work. It's good for 700 wheel horsepower. I actually called Arrington Performance on the phone, and the representative told me this kit was dyno tested on a car, and this kit, it will flow enough for 700 wheel horsepower. So this is like I said, this is a good affordable fuel pump. So it's only $600. $600, and of course you go with the 6.4 HEMI option. The representative also told me this is plug and play. I asked them for sure. I asked them, do I need to buy anything else on the side to be able to run this fuel system? He said no. He said all you gotta do is just buy this and you're good to go. So this is it right here. Like I said, competition single pump fuel system from Arrington Performance. You're gonna run that in conjunction with your fuel injectors, your 1,000cc's. And as far as this, one thing my tuner did mention, it is a band-aid. It is a band-aid of a fuel system. Of course, if you want to run some serious power and you want to turn your car up in the future, you definitely want to go with something like a Ford Innovations dual pump system. That's the ideal fuel system we get. That's what you call a complete fuel system. But yeah, like I said, if you're on a budget like me, you just want to have something that can support your power once you install the supercharger. Don't want to spend a whole bunch of money, but you do want something that's reliable. This is the way to go right here. I'm gonna show you just some pictures of it from different angles. One other thing to mention about this fuel pump is that it is not E85 compatible. And right here you can see through the description, it's rated for 700 horsepower. It says it's not compatible with alcohol-based fuels, including E85. It says This pump is designed specifically for pump gas and high octane race fuels. So those are the only fuels you can run this car is pump gas and race fuel. You cannot run 85 with this setup. Spark plugs. You're gonna have to run colder spark plugs when you go with forced induction. My tuner, Jeremy Santera from Santera Tuner. Shout out to Santera Tuner, by the way. But anyway, he told me to go with NGK 6509 spark plugs. You're actually gonna need 16 of them because the 6.4 HEMI requires 16 spark plugs. Basically, you got two spark plugs per cylinder. Yeah. I mean, if you pull the coil packs, you're gonna see that each cylinder has 2 spark plugs. I don't know why it takes that many spark plugs. I don't know why they couldn't just use 8, but yeah, you're gonna have to buy 16 to your cart. I'm gonna add that to the cart just to show y'all how much that is. $113.12. That's $113 for your 16 spark plugs. It says they come with a 1.1 millimeter gap. When you get your car tuned, talk to your tuner, and your tuner will tell you what gap is recommended. I can actually show y'all what my tuner told me to gap my spark plugs to. Let me pull that up. Just give me 1 second. All right, here we go. This is when I was talking to my tuner and I was asking what was the recommended gap for the spark plugs, and as you can see right here, for the 6.4 HEMI, your recommended gap is right there. So anything between that range is what you need. And if you don't know how to gap spark plugs, there's plenty of YouTube videos that show you how to do that and what you need. But yeah, that's the recommended gap. So I'm just gonna leave this up here for if you want to take a screenshot or write this down. That is your recommended gap for your spark plugs, right there. If you'll focus, there we go. 0.026 through 0.028. So anything in that range, you're good to go. All right, next up is intercooler. I went with the Mishimoto Universal R-Line intercooler. Per Mishimoto, this intercooler is rated for 1,000 horsepower, and as you can see right here, the price is excellent, $293.95. And like I said, this is a 4-inch core, so it's a pretty decent size intercooler. 3-inch inlet, 3-inch outlet. Show y'all some more pictures of what it looks like. There you go. If my phone would focus, there we go. But yeah, that's like you see, like I said before, that's your price right there, $293.95, and it's available for Amazon Prime, so you can essentially get this intercooler in 2 days after purchase. I called ProCharger. I did call ProCharger because I actually like the big race intercooler that they offer, but I could not find it anywhere online. So I actually called ProCharger, and they said you can actually purchase their intercooler over the phone. And long story short, that big giant intercooler that they offer is it was a little over $1,000. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not paying $1,000 for an intercooler. If you can get something like this that's rated for 1,000 horsepower, and you can get it for almost $300, so definitely went with this one right here. And it comes with different colors. If you don't like the traditional silver, you can go for a sleeper look and go with the black one, or they also offer a gold version. The gold version, you're gonna have to pay a little bit more. Like you see, it's $311.95. But yeah, that's your intercooler. Next up is the belt for the supercharger. Okay. First off, I'm gonna say this. Torqstorm does provide you with a belt. They do provide you with a belt that comes with a kit. I went a step above that. I want to get a high quality, heavy duty belt. And I mean, as anybody that knows anything about performance, everybody knows that the green belt is one of the best belts you can buy for a supercharger, because this is the Gates Fleet Runner Micro V Serpentine Drive Belt. It's also nicknamed the green belt or the HD belt. Basically, this, as you see right here, it's meant for heavy duty, high temperature conditions. I picked up one of these just in case if I had any issues with the belt that's provided already from Torqstorm. I've heard some people, I mean, it just happens, you know, you might end up shredding your belt or something like that. So I wanted to make sure that I had some replacements on hand. So if that did happen, I won't have to worry about my car being down for a few days while I had to try to order another belt. So I just went ahead and ordered a heavy duty green belt from Gates. Here it is right here. There it is. If y'all want to write that down, this is on Amazon as well. $37.78. It's available for Prime, so you can really, like I said, you can get this in about 2 days. I bought one of these, but I probably will buy one more, just so I'll have 3 belts in total. It's good. It's good to have belts on hand if you do have a supercharger, because it happens. You go out racing and drive the car hard. Sometimes, you know, belts will shred. So if anything, I tried to go with the best belt that's out there for durability. And plus, it looks good too. I mean, you pop a hood and you see a green belt on that supercharger, I mean, you're like, oh yeah, that look pretty good. So I definitely did this for aesthetics as well, but it's also very durable. All right, so next up, boost gauge. I went with the AEM X Series boost pressure gauge. It's really personal preference on what kind of boost gauge you want to use. I love their products. I never had any issues with them before. I mean, I like the display. That these gauges do have. So like I said, it's really up to you. You actually gonna need 2 gauges to be exact. I also purchased the AEM wideband gauge. This is gonna show your air to fuel ratio. This right here is a must-have, especially when you're getting your car tuned. My car was tuned remotely through email, so this is a very important part of getting your car tuned. Is you gotta make sure that your air to fuel ratio is in the right range, especially during wide open throttle. So you want to pick up one of these, and you're also gonna want to pick up. Hold on, where are we at? Boom, close that out. So you're gonna want to pick up an AFR gauge, and you're also going to want to get the boost gauge. So as you can see right here, price $176.18. The wideband gauge is $188.52. So you're gonna want to pick up both of these. And that's pretty much it. That's all the parts that you need. Those are all the parts that you need to run this supercharger. As far as intercooler piping, it's really tough because the 6.4 HEMI intake manifold has that 90-degree bend at the end of it, right there in the front. And it kind of poses a challenge. It's not like a traditional intake where the opening is in the middle and you can either go left to right or on the direction where you want to run the piping. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to pay somebody to fabricate and weld together some piping for my intercooler and everything. So that price is gonna vary. That price is gonna vary. Most people charge like the going rate is almost sometimes like $1,000. You probably can find some people that can do it cheaper than that, but $1,000, that's on the high side, and that's on the high side. But yeah, that's just something to keep in mind because that intake manifold does make it kind of challenging to route that piping. But like I said, just kind of call around and see who fabricates intercooler piping and go from there. Other than that, yeah, just pay for the tune and you have everything you need. But yeah, that's pretty much everything you need for the kit. One thing I will like to add is if you have a Facebook, join the Torqstorm Superchargers group. You scroll down here, you have a lot of people, well, customers that have bought the kits, and they've shown their progress, questions, and concerns of their installs. And if you have any questions about the kit, you can also go to this group and basically chime in on what issues or what questions you have, and a lot of people in here will answer, including representatives from Torqstorm and TPS Motorsports. They are a dealer of Torqstorm Superchargers. That's actually the website that I showed y'all earlier where I actually bought my supercharger from. But yeah, there's a lot of good help and a lot of good info in this group. So like I said, if you have a Facebook, it's good to join this group. Also, you can email Torqstorm directly. I got pretty good customer service. You can also call TPS Motorsports, and they can provide you some guidance there. One other thing that I like to add is one thing that the representatives from TPS Motorsports will do is that a lot of times they'll post in the group of what kits they have in stock and it's basically broken down in categories of vehicles. They'll show how many kits they have in stock in the warehouse. That's good to know, because you can actually call TPS Motorsports and ask them, do they have this kit in stock for, say, your 6.4 HEMI or maybe your Camaro SS. If they have it in stock, they can ship it out to you the same day. That's good to know. That's a good thing to be aware of, because a lot of people that have bought these kits are constantly coming and going, and some of them have been on back order. Some people have to wait about 2 or 3 months. So if you can, try to call in and see if they have the kit in stock, so that way you'll kind of get an idea of if you're gonna have to wait or not. Because like I said, if they have it in stock, these guys are pretty good about shipping them out the same day. On the same day as purchase. But yeah, like I said, man, this is pretty much everything you need for the 6.4 HEMI kit if you're trying to put on the Torqstorm Supercharger. Next video I'm gonna put out. The next video I put out is I'm gonna show the unboxing of the supercharger. I'll show you everything I got, and we're gonna show. I'm gonna take y'all on this ride with me together. I'm gonna show y'all a full transformation of my car and kind of give y'all just kind of trying to make this easy. So if anybody wants to buy the Torqstorm, hopefully by watching these couple of videos, it'll take all the guessing work out the game and give y'all a good idea of what to do. But yeah, I will catch y'all in the next video.